Now on meditation. And perhaps many of you are already meditators and have been doing meditation for a long time, and maybe some of you are new to it. I have used meditation for many, many years and different kinds of meditation. And meditation is coming from initially being present, and through meditation in the stillness and in the presence of the now, we have the opportunity to access something very much deeper than ourselves. And there are, in those moments of presence, many, I would like to say, spiritual revelations or spiritual experiences that we can have. Now, with time, because meditation can bring you to spiritual experiences, and this has, our Western world has been a little bit afraid of this. We have what was a doctor, his name is Singh, but I can't remember his first names, but he started to do clinical analysis on meditation and developed this stress reducing techniques for meditation, because he could see that it could be stress released. And this is the way that it was brought in a much more mainstream way into the Western society. So being present, being with our breath and not letting thoughts come in and disturb our stillness also reduces stress, which is beautiful. We also use meditation because to change things in life. Joe Dispenza, for example, works a lot with this, and it's almost, or the Silva Mind Control also works with this. There are many schools that work with this, where we come almost into a state of hypnosis, where our conscious mind and our unconscious mind, there are no borders between these two. So when the conscious mind can talk to the subconscious mind, we can change things on a very deep level. And so when we use guided meditations, we have help to do that work of working between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and connect these two so that we can make big changes in life. Now, is there any good meditation, bad meditation, being good at meditating? Well, it depends a little bit on the purpose and the intention. There are many different types of meditation today. I think that when it comes to being connected to your inner selves and being closer to who we truly are, which is one of the reasons why I meditate, for example, to be closer to my inner self and my inner knowing. Then it has to do with being connected for me with the breath, because the breath brings me into the presence, it brings me into my body. When I connect with my breath, my mind starts to calm down, and I get to see things very differently, because they come then from my inner self and not from my analytical self. So the more I can practice this, the easier it becomes for me to be connected with my inner knowing. And it is enough many times to take 2 or 3 deep breaths when we are waiting for the bus, or when we are standing in line, or when we are in Zoom and waiting in the waiting room for Zoom to come into a meeting, to connect with the breath. Just a few times. And many times, if we can manage to do that several times during the day, this is way more effective than sitting for half an hour on a cushion in a silent room where our minds are just ruminating all the time, which happens. Sometimes we have good meditations in that sense, and sometimes that we go deep, that our mind is not ruminating and we are present with our breath for 20 minutes. It's really hard. Or sometimes it just feels impossible. But also the intention of trying is making a big difference for us. I also wanted to say that sometimes for us, sitting is, if a lot is going on, that might be very restless, that the mind, the body is too restless for that. And we can meditate walking, being out with the dogs, or Nada as you are out walking in the morning. And the best way to meditate then, or how that meditation differs from just taking a walk, is that when we are walking, we are also connected with the breath or the movement of a hand. Like when we are walking, we can also connect with the movement of the hand when we are walking, but being present. And we can also listen to the sounds around us while we are connected to the breath. So keeping the breath, awareness of the breath coming in and out of the body, so we are aware of our bodies at the same time as we are listening to the birds or to the noise of the traffic or other things. So keeping those at the same time is a fantastic mindfulness exercise when we are out walking. So mindfulness is not as deep as meditation. It is being connected with ourselves at the same time as we are interacting with the outer world. So a few words on meditation, and if you have any questions on that, you can pop on here and ask about meditation, or if you want to talk about your own experiences with meditation and need a little bit of help with that, you are welcome to contact me on the side in the Marco Polos, and I will support you in your meditation journey. And now I will come to my last Marco Polo, but I will jump into another one.